In Norse mythology, there are places no mortal dares to tread, not because of distance, but because of fear. One such place is Helheim, the realm of the dead, where there is no light, no hope, and no way back. The Norse believed that when a person dies, their soul is taken down one of two paths. Brave warriors who fall in battle are carried to Valhalla, the hall of eternal glory. But those who perish from sickness, accidents, or without glory, they are cast into Helheim, to be forever forgotten in the cold, misty void. And at the end of that road stands a guardian unlike any god, an entity with one half of her face beautiful, like a maiden, and the other half decayed like a long-dead corpse. Her name is Hel, the daughter of Loki, the trickster, and a giantess born of chaos. They say Hel never cries, never rages. She only smiles, a strange, chilling smile, as if she pities humanity and mocks her own fate. But what's truly terrifying is not her appearance. It's the secret behind that smile, a smile that carries souls into oblivion, a smile, half alive, half dead. And today, we walk through the gates of Helheim to uncover the true nature of the forsaken goddess and why death always seems to be smiling at us. Among the strangest beings to emerge from Norse legend, Hel is one name whispered with caution and dread. She is not an evil goddess, but neither is she an innocent victim. She is the result of a union between Loki, the sly, cunning god of mischief, and Angerboda, a giantess from the icy, chaotic lands. Hel was unlike any child ever born. From the moment she entered the world, she bore two opposing halves. On one side, a pale-skinned girl with a cold, haunting beauty. On the other, gray, rotting flesh, peeling like the remains of something buried too long. Her very existence sent ripples of fear through the gods of Asgard. Odin, the All-Father, could not ignore such an omen. Fearing the ill fate this half-blood child might bring upon the realms, he made a cold, decisive move. He banished Hel from the world of the gods, casting her to the edge of the cosmos, to Niflheim, a land of cold, fog, and lifeless stillness. There, Hel neither lived nor died. She grew up in darkness, surrounded by forsaken souls, those who died without honor or renown. From that loneliness and rejection, she slowly became the queen of Helheim, ruling the dead with an emotionless gaze and a smile no one could understand. But, from that moment on, a question lingered in the hearts of those who knew her tale. If Odin feared Hel enough to exile her, what was he trying to hide? Was Hel's existence part of a prophecy? Or merely the product of blind fear from those desperate to preserve divine order? We may never know for certain. Only this is clear. From the instant she was cast out of Asgard, Hel was no longer a child. She was a destiny. The destiny of forgotten souls, the human face of death itself. There is no welcoming gate, no light, no smiling souls who step inside. Helheim, the farthest of the 9 worlds, is Hel's domain. Unlike Valhalla, which rings with victorious songs, this realm is frozen, shrouded in mist, and silent enough to freeze the heart. The souls here are not chosen, they are thrown. There are no honors, no farewells, only oblivion. Hel built her kingdom from that silence. No throne, no banners, only absolute command spoken in a voice softer than a breath, yet strong enough to make even the most stubborn soul bow. She needs no weapon. Her only tools are a hollow gaze and a half-smile that leaves you wondering whether it shows pity or weariness. They say that anyone who enters Helheim must first cross the Gjallerbru Bridge, where a guardian spirit asks one final question. Did you come here willingly, or were you forgotten? Whatever the answer, they all continue forward. There is no turning back. Hel's world offers no obvious punishments. The punishment is simply this: to be left behind, with no name remembered, no one calling, no place among the living. The souls here do not weep, do not scream. They drift endlessly through air so cold it cuts like blades. And Hel, their ruler, shines no brighter than they do. But she differs from death. She doesn't end life, she sustains it in silence, stretches. it into eternity. One ancient tale speaks of the smile that erases. It is said that when hell looks upon a soul and smiles, all memory of that person vanishes from the world. No one remembers they ever lived, no graves, no names spoken, no dreams that carry them. They disappear from existence, as if they were never born. Is that mercy, or the ultimate punishment? Some believe hell does not hate the world. She's merely weary of its hypocrisy, of how warriors, soaked in blood, are worshipped, while those who die quietly are scorned and forgotten. Hell never seeks recognition. But in the nights when the wind howls through Helheim, some souls swear they hear her whispering something faint, as if she too once wished to be remembered. There is no day or night here. Only endless stillness, where hell sits alone among countless nameless souls, gazing into the void. Perhaps she is searching for someone, or perhaps she is waiting for something greater, a shift in fate. And if you've ever felt a chill when staring into a dark, empty corner, perhaps that place is a gate, quietly open to Helheim, where hell is watching you with a silent smile. Unlike other gods, hell doesn't need to shout to shake the heavens. She holds no hammer, sword, or scepter to bring enemies to their knees. Her power lies not in action, but in utter silence, where every word vanishes into fear and unanswered questions. They say hell can see through souls, piercing the layers of lies that humans build around themselves. In Helheim, there is no fame, no titles, no past painted in glory. When you step into her realm, you are stripped bare to your essence, and those cold eyes will read it all. There was once a powerful king, praised in life for his virtue and kindness. But when he died of illness and his soul drifted down to Helheim, hell did not welcome him. She simply stood, staring at him with emotionless eyes, and smiled, just for a moment. Then, his name vanished from history. Songs sung in his honor were forgotten. Statues carved in his image faded, then crumbled. Even his descendants could no longer recall his name. They called it the smile that erases memory, a power only hell possesses. Why did she do it? Was it punishment? Not quite. Hell does not judge. She merely returns souls to the truth they denied in life. The deceitful, cloaked in righteousness, when they arrive, their true forms are laid bare, with nothing left to hide. Another legend says, if one dares to gaze into the corpse half of hell's face, they will see the true death of their soul. Not how they will die, but the moment their spirit truly ceased to live. Some see betrayal. Some see the instant they abandoned their ideals. Others witness themselves aging, living long yet empty of purpose. Strangely, many souls who are seen through by hell's smile and dissolve peacefully, perhaps they were forgiven. Perhaps at last they were understood, even if it was by the goddess of death, and that is why the gods fear hell more than any enemy. Because she is not just the guardian of the dead, she knows the truth. She is immune to fame, unmoved by appearances. She sees into the soul, into a place even gods fear to look. Some folktales whisper that on nights when the moon is veiled and the boundary between life and death is thinnest, hell may appear in human dreams. She doesn't frighten. She simply stands at the end of a path, smiling and listening. If you dare approach, she will ask, do you dare to live as your true self, or are you merely playing a role? And if you cannot answer, perhaps a part of your soul has already drifted into Helheim without you knowing. Hell, in her final gaze, does not represent the end, but truth. She exists in the space where humans must confront themselves, without titles or masks. Death is not the fear, it's living a life where you were never truly yourself. In Norse mythology, all things, gods, mortals, and monsters alike, are bound to a single fate, Ragnarok, the end of the world, when all shall fall in sacred fire and icy ruin. It is not just the gods' final battle, but the moment of ultimate truth, when what has been hidden in shadow must face the light, if only once. And in that storm of fate, hell, the keeper of the dead, holds a place far more vital than anyone imagined. For centuries, hell remained silent, outside the games of gods. She waged no wars, took no sides. She sat in her frozen realm, watching souls drift into oblivion. But as Ragnarok draws near, the barriers between realms begin to crack, and hell begins to move. One prophecy in the ancient poem Voluspa foretells: from the north, the ship Naglfar will set sail. Aboard it, forgotten souls shall return, led by the ruler of the dead. Many believe hell will be the one to open the gates of Helheim, releasing the souls she has kept for thousands of years. Not to seek vengeance, but to return to the world. The truce it buried, the voices never heard, the lives never lived fully. The enemies of the gods in Ragnarok are not only monsters like Fenrir or Jormungandr, but the truths they tried to bury. And Hel, with her power to see through souls, becomes the final voice for the forgotten. Upon the Naglfar, the ship crafted from the nails of the dead, are countless nameless souls, with no graves, no legacy. They do not come to kill. They come to look the gods in the eye, those who once claimed the right to decide who deserved to be remembered, and who must fade into nothing. Another legend tells, in the final moments of Ragnarok, as all burns and ice melts, Hel will step onto the battlefield, not with armies, not with weapons, only with her half-smile. And when she meets a god's gaze, their past will unfold, every lie, every hidden sacrifice, every forgotten wound. And then, the gods themselves will fall beneath the weight of that truth. When Ragnarok ends, all will vanish. Gods, warriors, monsters, swallowed by fire and frost. But some believe Hel will not die. She is not slain, not consumed, for she never truly belonged to this world. She is the outsider, the witness. And when a new world rises from the ashes, they say Hel will walk away silently, carrying the last, lingering souls, and smile once more. But this time, a full smile, no longer half dead, half alive. Perhaps Ragnarok is an end, but for Hel, it is the beginning of a new balance, where none are forgotten and nothing is hidden. Hel is not a deity of worship, nor a symbol of light or victory. She is the embodiment of raw truth, of silence, of what humankind tries to forget. In today's world, where everyone chases fame, image, and praise, Hel's presence becomes haunting and strangely close. She stands for buried memories, for the voiceless, the unrecognized. Hel does not judge, nor punish, but her presence is an ever-knocking question in the hearts of men. Are you truly living as yourself, or merely trying not to be forgotten? We fear death, but perhaps what's even more terrifying is being forgotten while still alive. Like the drifting souls of Helheim, remembered by none, named by no one. Hel reminds us, it is not death that ends a life, it is being forgotten, or never daring to be yourself. In the cold shadows of Helheim, she still sits, half her face glowing with life, the other decayed like death. But her eyes remain silent, as if listening and waiting. Not to end you, but to receive the final souls brave enough to face the truth. And if one day you feel your life rushing by too fast, too quietly, remember Hel. Not to be afraid, but to have the courage to live a life even Hel would choose not to erase.
Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video. If you found the video helpful and interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos. Wishing you a wonderful day, and see you in the next video.